everyone. Very nice to be here. Thank you, Social Beat, for having me. The topic I'm going to speak about is integrated marketing for an offline brand. The first question that even came to my own head was, in 2023, is there anything called an offline brand? I suppose no. So I'm just going to talk about integrated marketing for a brand that is largely or predominantly sold offline. One of the categories that's predominantly sold offline is ours, which is two-wheeler tires. So I'm going to take you through a little bit of how we use integrated marketing in TVS Eurogrip brand. So, okay. So before I start, I'm sure a lot of you drive four-wheelers, and some of you might be riding two-wheelers as well. Top of your mind, without thinking too much, how many of you actually remember the brand of tire that your car or bike has? Can I see a show of hands? Okay, that's more than what I expected, but I'm assuming a lot of you are driving four-wheelers. And let me tell you, in the case of two-wheelers, the involvement with your vehicle's tires is even lower. Mostly your bikes or scooters come fitted with a tire, and you don't really pay attention to what brand of tire it is. And it's only when you need to replace it for the first time, which is 3 to 4 years after you have bought your vehicle, that you actually think of which brand to buy. So ours is a very low involvement category, and to top that, it's actually a grudge purchase as well. Nobody is happily changing their bikes tires. It's not a very happy purchase decision. So this is the complexity we have in this kind of a category. Add to that two mammoth competitors who have been building the brand for over 3 decades, if not more. So this is the context on which we are going to build how we leverage integrated marketing. In our context, especially in TVS Eurogrip, the various aspects that we use to build the brand that come together, that we leverage to build an integrated marketing campaign, of course, include your traditional ATL, advertisements, TV, media, print, radio, OOH, social media, of course, paid digital marketing. These are the known ones. Apart from that, the new additions are MarTech, a lot of tech innovations in marketing as well. Customer engagement, how do we actually, in a business like ours, which is very highly brick and mortar, how do we actually engage with the customer? Because there are also two intermediaries in between. And how do we bring the brand alive in the eyes of a consumer? How do we actually move from brand communication to brand experiences? Because today, millennials and Gen Z are increasingly looking for how the brand behaves with them rather than what the brand is saying to them. So all these aspects of marketing need to come together and kind of amplify the core brand message or the core campaign idea, as the marketer might choose to amplify. That's what we're going to really speak about. Before that, I'm going to take a minute to say why ours is predominantly offline as a business. So if you look at it, tires as a business internationally as well is very low on e-commerce. Even in developed economies like US, the percentage contribution of e-commerce to tire purchase, including four-wheelers and the more highly involved categories, is less than 5%. And in India, this number stands at less than 1%. This is largely because there is a last mile fulfillment involved in this category. You need fitment services. Not everyone is DIY, especially in an economy like India. You like to get it done for you. So that's why we continue to be predominantly brick and mortar and offline. Now, how do we really look at digital? Beyond, of course, today OTT and the Googles and Metas have become alternate channels to TV itself. But beyond that, why is digital important to us? We feel it has significance through all the layers of the funnel, and I'm going to touch upon a few aspects of the funnel where we leverage digital and where we kind of integrate our marketing efforts. So, top of the funnel, of course, ATL is a large part of it. One of the things our brand did in the last 2 years was in order to catapult our brand salience, we said let's tie up with one of the very well-known cricketing franchisees, IPL franchisees. So we tied up with CSK. So obviously at the top of the funnel level, when you have a franchisee like CSK, of course you would build a TV advertisement, a TV film asset with them. Around a decade ago, in a tire purchase journey, people would interact with a brand in 3 to 4 touch points. And that number today has grown to 7 to 8, thanks to consumers drifting between the digital and physical worlds, and thanks to them toggling between different media touch points. So what we do today with a TV ad film, like Vikas spoke about initially, we actually develop a lot more content with it, which is more snackable. We develop extensions of the brand campaign idea that can be extended into, let's say, augmented reality filters, digital interventions, all of that, and we try to integrate ATL and digital in the best way possible. For instance, today hardly any print ad goes without a QR code where you can scan and see your films, or scan and see what you're running on social media, so on and so forth. So that's pretty much what we did as well with our ATL film. Apart from that, social media for us is very top of funnel because we're not a D2C brand, and like I already mentioned, e-commerce is not very big for us. But what we did this IPL campaign is we ran contests as prelude to the IPL season and during the IPL season. We ran something called the Eurogrip Superfan Contest, and I'm just going to play a short video to tell you what that was all about.
Here is an extraordinary growth story of the bike tire specialist. Partnering with the most beloved cricket team in India, and how they navigated a digital space full of twists and turns. What was the ask? To increase the brand's category connect, create social top of mind, increase share of voice, and create follower growth. Introducing the TVS Eurogrip Superfan Challenge, an ingenious automated bot-enabled campaign that converted cricket fans into brand fans. In less than 7 weeks, during the biggest cricket season in India. The activated bot managed seamless data collection, identification, fan participation, making history for TVS Eurogrip and its fans for the first time in India. Super fans, super game, super participation. The results of the campaign were out of the park, with an overwhelming participation and engagement. We doubled the net promoter score, doubled the followers in just 7 weeks. Now that's a game well played.
So, just small things about getting digital to kind of help you engage with your target consumer. That's exactly what this campaign was about, and I think it paid off decently well, at least on social. Coming to the mid-funnel, like I mentioned earlier, it's no longer about just brand communication, and we as a brand are very cognizant that in the next decade or decade and a half, it's going to move more and more towards brand experiences. That's when we launched this brand property of ours, which is our flagship riding event called Brunch and Biking. And essentially what Brunch and Biking says to our target audience is that as a tire brand, I don't mind whatever brand of two-wheeler you own. I know some of our friends here own Royal Enfields and Harleys, and in the past, riding events have always been for the elite motorcycle rider. It's always been led by the brand of two-wheeler you own, and the scooter riders or the lower commuter segment bike riders have always felt alienated by riding events and riding clubs. So here we came, we said, why don't we launch a riding property where it's just about enjoying the ride. It's just about the joy of riding, which is common to all. It does not depend on which bike or scooter you ride. You just need 2 wheels and a soul and you're liberated. So that's where Brunch and Biking came about, and Apart from helping us connect with our target audience, what Brunch and Biking is helping us do is build a small yet significant first party rider database. And the kind of engagement we're able to do with that database is really amazing. The next one on mid-funnel is indeed interesting, especially for today's conference. It's about how we used artificial intelligence and machine learning to engage with our trade partners. Our trade partners are our tire retailers and our mechanics, who are significant influencers in our category. So what we did was we used AI and ML to study the facial gestures of Ravindra Jadeja, one of CSK's prominent cricketers, and we said, as partners of CSK, it's not just the brand that's going to enjoy advertisements from the CSK stars, we're going to extend this to our channel partners as well. So we actually built personalized ads for our channel partners using AI. Small video on that.
In 2022, TVS Eurogrip Tires partnered with IPL's most loved team, the Chennai Super Kings. We then took this opportunity to extend the partnership with our retail and mechanic partners. Using artificial intelligence and machine learning, we created something exciting for our trade partners across the country. A personalized ad was made for each of their stores, starring none other than the players of Chennai Super Kings.
For all your tire needs, the best place to go is Aditya Automobile Spares, Shiva Cycles, Balashan Automotive Private Limited, Money Traders.
We rolled out over 30,000 personalized ads for our retailers and mechanics, giving them their own digital ad. Our partners appreciated TVS Eurogrip's gesture of making a product and brand agnostic ad, focused on their store, and shared the videos widely. These ads not only helped our existing partners gain a better footing in the market, but helped us activate over 20% of our inactive retail base across India.
TVS Eurogrip का तहे दिल से शुक्रिया करता हूँ। इन्होंने बहुत अच्छे से प्रमोशन किया और
For want of time, I'm just going to skip the rest of that video. Coming to the bottom of the funnel, of course, for predominantly offline brands like ours, it is most important to stay relevant at the time of purchase, at the point of sale, and hence our efforts are maximum towards that. While a lot of money goes on the top and the mid funnel, still in our case, but the trade activation and the point of sale interventions that we do are what really help us. Since we're talking about the IPL campaign this year, we had consumer offers, consumer contests, trade schemes, mechanic engagement contests, all of that on ground, which helped translate the entire brand communication and brand experience story when a consumer is actually looking to replace his tire at the store. So these are just small examples of how we are leveraging integrated marketing through the funnel in a way that's relevant for our brand. And I'm sure most other offline brands need to look at it this way as well.